I know this is the part, or the series part that everybody's excited to see, because I know I am. Okay, so here it is. This is the first 2 that we did when she's at 2 stars, right? Not awaken, not anything in that same position. So let's go back and try it again with her awakened and all that good stuff. Yeah. That's wow. Holy crap-oly. That's a huge difference. Just look at the points. Okay, and that's just her in that position, okay? In the DPS position. And I'd like to give a shout out to Razor and Evil for helping me make this video. It's by no means calling them out on it, but it's really helpful. Oh wow, okay. So this one changed. That's weird. That was like some RNG, right? Nothing changed. It just boom, just took over like crazy. Anyways, let's just go with the crappy one. Even at this level, she did a little bit better, okay? So let's put her into the tank ship. And then we'll do some comparison. People say if you put her in the tank, or the flagship, she does better. So let's give it a try. So here it is. We'll do 2 from flag. Yeah. See? Oh, yeah, no. Okay. This one's pretty decent. Looks consistent. Right, halfway. Let's go another one. Well, I usually do 2 anyways. 2. Tail looks at the flags. So flag. Okay, about 50%. All right, the flag's up by 50%. And let me see at here. I wouldn't. I wouldn't take her out, honestly. We can put her into heals just so you guys can see what it looks like. But all honesty, I don't think it's going to do anything in heals. Actually, I'm just going to take Lena out. I wouldn't take Lena out. Let me think here. Keep Lena there. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to swap Lena and her just because of the armor they have. So that's 2, and we'll give it a test in just 1 second.
Stop overpaying for in-game currency with GemZ. Fast delivery, secure payments, and 24/7 support. More gems, less money. Referral link is in the description below. Download GemZ now on Google Play. You get 15 to 25% off on top-ups for your favorite games. Try us today and start saving.
Back from that short break. And here we go. We'll let's put Lena back here as position, right? Take her out and then put Lena here. Okay. So let's see what we're looking at here. Hmm. 64 seemed pretty decent. Give it one more. Pretty consistent. I mean, if you're looking at just basically health, right? Let's look at this. I mean, Sailor's lost 2,800 in the healing position. In the tank position, wow. So if you're looking at the tank position, right? Sailor's lost. You actually lose more sailors. Look at this. In the tank position, 46, 46, 41. In the healing position, actually doesn't seem that bad. 28, 27. And then let's look at the DPS section. So DPS section here, 52, and then 1,800 is really bad. Was the best one. So in all honesty, the heal position looks pretty decent. Pretty decent, just for number wise. Right, stats wise, she's not a heal. Excuse me, she's not a healer, right? Mind you, she does what? 49 here, right, on the healing ship. On the tank ship, she does, 42. And then on the position, I think it was here, the DPS side, she does, 24, which is like the lowest in healing. But it seems to help everything else out. Let's give her another go out of heals and back into DPS. I almost feel like it's an RNG right here. But so far, it also looks like the healing ship saves the most sailors and is most consistent. So this one here, you have about 46, right, on the flag. But on the heal ship, she actually does pretty well with the spec she's in. Only 2,700. Let's try two more. I only have two more tries for this part of the video, but I put her back in the DPS spot and let's see how she does, which is kind of weird because the first video side, she did really well, right? Like super well on the RNG side, or not RNG, but DPS wise. But that's not consistent enough for me, right? I mean, this one she did super well. I was like, whoa. But then I think it was like maybe some procs, something's going on. All right, so this is our last try, guys. And overall, I think we have her on the heels. Overall, with the spec I have, it seems to save the most sailors. Put Lena back onto the yellow one. And then, well, look at this one. Now she's on the DPS side, and it's only 2,800 lost. Right? So this is her on heals. And I have 2,800 sailors lost, 2,700 sailors lost. Here she's on DPS, and she's having, 2,800 lost. You know what, guys? I'm feeling like she would do better, in all honesty, on the healing ship. It just seems more consistent. Whereas we tried this 4 times for the DPS aspect, right? So And maybe with her on DPS. Yeah, DPS. When she did really well, this one not so well. Right, so 2 here, super well. 1 right here, it's not so well. And then the other one's really well. Honestly, I'm having mixed feelings. It's like 50-50. Any way you look at it, the stats are like 50-50. If you put it here and there. I'm going to need more testings. Unfortunately, I'm honestly all out for tonight. And you guys can play around with it, but I'm going to keep playing with it. And I'm going to swap her between the 2 of these. Either throw her into the heals or keep her in the vortex. So, I don't know yet, guys. Yeah. I'll have to figure this out and maybe another follow-up video. But so far, flagship is out of the question for me, personally. I would either put her in the heals or the vortex. For now, I'll swap her back to the Steam and put Lena into this one. Just because it feels like it's a little bit more stable. But I'll keep playing around with it and keep you guys updated. And you guys, make sure you mash that like button, hype it up, and I'll see you for the next video.